Hi everyone. The continuation of client management. Today we are going to see financial planning, a most important concept in anybody's life. Planning is necessity. Planning is important. Without planning, you cannot do any wonders. If you want to do wonders, if you want to be a top in world, you should have some plan. That plan leads to objective, and the objectives are achieved, you will could be there the recognized and understand and memorized, identified, being a limelighted person in the life of human being. So it's very important. Planning is required. So in the case of especially uh, you want to success, you need a success in a life. You should be financially independent. If you are not a financially independent, you may not have the point of thinking of um, being a successor in any life or successful person in anybody's life. So it is very important financial planning of any individual. Exactly saying what is meant by financial planning. Financial planning, it is nothing but is a process involved in one's life's goals to achieve it through the proper management of personal finances. So it is very important to understand that financial planning, it comprises of three concepts. Number one is it's a process. It's not a destination. It is continuously improvised. It is continuously has to move on. And second one, it's yes, it can be continuously move on if there is a goal, if there is an objective. So without objective, without goal, you cannot do certain wonders. You cannot be plan it. How am I going to be achieved it? And the third one is very important is due to achieve that particular objective, what is the mode of travel I made it to reach that particular point. So what, how am I going to be managed the things? So I have to understand that one, and I have to learn it. That one is it's a process. And second one is it is one's life goal. And third one is to be the management of things. So once I understand all these things, then I can be easily to understand how am I going to be fix my plan. While the case of it's a process, how it is going to be establishing there the a relationship, gathering of client data, and implementing the recommendations. And you think about the management of personal finances, I have to think it from the means of what is my income, what is my expenses, and what are all my assets and liabilities. How could I take it the insurance, taxation, and what is the total value of mine? These are all can be addressed by the client manager by the way of number one is financial advisory services. In the financial advisory services, okay, why it is called advisory? Because it is important. Being a client manager, I can advise the client, please you can take it this one, but the decision has to be taken by the client. Yeah, say yes or no, yeah, go ahead, or no, I don't want. So whatever I am recommending is it's only an advisory. It's an advice to the particular person to take up the service of mine. So what are the type of advisory services is provided by the client manager to the particular client is in the multiple way. They can give the advisory services by means of insurance and retirement planning, investment planning, tax planning, comprehensive financial planning. So, what is insurance planning? So, what is my age? What is my profession? What is my income? Based on that one, they will give their the insurance advices. Normally, the insurance should be taken in the point of two. One is the endowment policies, and another one is the term policies. It's depend upon the person's income. It depend upon the person's lifestyle. Depend upon the objective of the person. This insurance can be changed or differentiated from person to person. And second one is retirement planning. It is also evident for after the 50, after the 60. Think about the market. Once I plan it for the retirement, where I have to go keep my investment, it's called investment planning. And the tax planning, how much tax I go to pay or how much tax I can be avoided. And the comprehensive financial planning, it is comprises of everything. And second one is investment need planning. So why should I go for the investment? It is because to understand the things of the time value of money, and what is the future value of yours, and how you are going to be determine your investment horizon, and what is the amount is needed for lump sum or it's a regular in the future. So to because of all this reason, you need there the investment need analysis. And the next one is financial cash flows and budgetings. So you people are all aware that what is meant by cash flow. Cash flow, it is how the cash is coming in a definite interval period of time, which is called the cash flows. Once in a month, or once in a week, or once in a year, or thrice in a year, quarterly in a year. So such a way is called cash flow. When the cash flow is like it for a weekly, cash flow it's for monthly, cash flow it's for quarterly, then how am I going to be spend my expenditure by means of budgeting. So these two things are helping the investor to plan the investment accordingly. So in a financial cash flows and budgeting, services are provided by the client to the client manager to the client is a budget preparation of things and cash flows, and keeping how to improve your cash flows and all. And the next one is the educate the investor to understand the various asset classes. So generally asset classes are classified into two: one is debt, another one is the equity. In the debt there is so many number of what we called subcategories are there. In equity is also so many number of subcategories. So depend upon the individuals, that is called retirement planning, investment planning, and the comprehensive planning, and amount is expected by one time payment or the regular time payment. This assets can be referred by the advisory to the client. Yes, where to keep your investments in assets is a equity or debt. If it is equity, where? In debt it is where? And finally, we'll move on to the last service provided by under the financial planning is asset allocation. Generally, that is, if you have the investment of 10,000 rupees, in this 10,000, how much has to go for equity, how much has to go for the debt, how much is go for the real estate, how much is go for the gold, how much it is go for the foreign currency reserve, and so many number of things. So like this kind of services are provided by client managers to the people. So the financial planning is important for individual. In that case, the client managers are providing the services in the name of financial advisory services, investment need analysis, financial cash flows and budgeting, various assets classes, or it mean understanding the things, and finally asset allocations. Yes, thank you.